Have any of y'all ever slept outside before? And is it as peaceful as they make it look on TV? Because I imagine if I'm sleeping outside, the amount of bugs that are on me when I'm alert and awake and the sun is up gonna multiply tremendously when the sun is down. And if they didn't have no respect for me when I was alert and can actually swat at them, I just don't think they're gonna have no respect when I'm asleep and can't swat at them. So if you've ever slept outside, I just want to know, if I ever get caught out in the middle of the wilderness and I have to sleep outside, what's really gonna happen to me? Not in a tent, like outside. Let me know. Part 3 on how to never have an argument. What's good, John Lonnie Appleton? I am a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, and reposting videos on your page to help grow the community. So we are talking about how to never have an argument again. This is part 3 if I haven't already mentioned that. I'm sitting there and I'm listening to Bailey and I'm listening to Angel. Actually, Angel's not speaking, Bailey's speaking. And I'm thinking. And it clicks in what I have been contemplating. So, when you put out into the universe that you want to learn something, the universe is going to provide you all kinds of wonderful opportunities. So I'm sitting here and I'm watching. I'm like, okay, first of all, Bailey, your sister, I believe, did not purposefully eat your chicken. I believe this to be true because your sister came into the bedroom and said, hey, is Bailey cooking dinner for everybody? And I said, I don't know. You have to ask Bailey. Now, what your sister did do on purpose is she did not come and ask you, and she just assumed that you did cook for everybody, and she ate your chicken. So in that respect, she wasn't being malicious. She was just trying to avoid someone telling her no. She was trying to avoid the attitude you always give her. She's trying to avoid whatever it is that comes with going to Bailey to see if this is her chicken. That is her error, not eating the chicken. And I was like, Bailey, you chose not to cook for everyone, and she told me I did something earlier in the week that kind of pissed her off, so she was like, I ain't cooking for nobody. So I was already being held to task, but she didn't communicate to me that I was being held to task. So when I'm cooking my baked potato and I was just, cooking up some chicken to put on top of my baked potato, I'm thinking Bailey's cooking dinner because she done thawed out enough meat to feed an army. And so I'm just going to whip up this little baked potato real quick because I had started like an hour or so earlier, but it takes forever to cook a baked potato. So even though I am cooking my baked potato during dinner time hours, I thought she had dinner taken care of. So nobody's wrong here. This is just a misunderstanding and another space of lack of communication. And then Bailey is like, I wasn't cooking dinner for everybody else. I'm not cooking for everybody else anymore. And I was just like, oh, well, I didn't know that. So you're not wrong. Angel's not wrong. I'm not wrong. And we can all sit here and argue all day long. But guess what? We're all right because we all live in our own world. So with everyone being correct, why are we arguing? Again, this is how are we choosing to express our emotions? We can get angry and argue for 10 minutes straight about something, but what are we arguing for? Because Angel believes that she was right, and under her perspective and with her background information, she was. Bailey believes that she's right, and with her perspective and information and her background information, she was. And I believed, she was cooking for everybody because I didn't know she was trying to passively, aggressively not cook for me. If I could get to the point is when you are arguing with someone, you are arguing with someone who lives in a completely different world than you. And because they live in a completely different world than you, they see the world totally different than you do. So when you're sitting here and you're trying to argue your point and your perspective, and they're trying to argue their point and their perspective, you're both right. So why are you arguing? It's time to come to a space of compromise. It's time to come to a space of understanding. It's time to come to a space of how we are going to express our emotions going forward. Somebody does something to upset you, and you can get upset about it. You can get into an argument about it. But why? How is that going to serve your higher good? How is dropping your vibration going to serve you and get you to where you're going? How is getting frustrated going to help you get through this moment any better than if you remained face, watch the videos on controlling your expression of emotions? What's going to change if you don't lose your stuff about it? People think we must lose our stuff in order for someone to know that we're upset. No. We need to switch that up. To your point, we are all trained. We are all trained not to have a reaction unless someone gives us a reaction. If someone expresses anger, now I must express remorse. But why does anyone have to? Why when I call into work and I'm not really sick, but I gotta pretend I'm sick? Like, yeah, oh shit, that was my lung. I can't come in today. Like, why do we have to do that? I'm sick. I'm not coming in. But we all have to play a role in order for people to believe us. We've created this space, and it's time for us to do the work to uncreate that space. We need to be more in control of our emotions, or the expression of our emotions. Yes, your sister ate your chicken. Yes, it's frustrating. How is that frustration going to manifest? What is the healthiest way for this frustration to manifest for you? You know, we do things that are so counter to ourselves because we feel justified. I feel justified. I have the right to be angry. I have the right to throw this tantrum. You do. But does that serve your higher good? Let's make choices going forward that serve our higher good. Let's make choices going forward knowing that we all live in different worlds. We all have different perspectives, and there's zero reason that I need to argue my perspective, because your perspective is based on your history. Me sitting here arguing with you right now, and depending on the nature of the relationship, i.e. older sister, younger sister, they're going to disagree for the sake of disagreeing. Going back and forth with you is not going to get my point across. On top of, you don't even see the world that I do because we live in two different worlds. Now, this is developing, so it may have been all over the place, but I'm definitely onto something as far as we all have different perspectives. And if we can respect that and grant each other understanding and know that your motivation, you love me, right? Your kids love you, your spouse loves you, all those different things. Whoever you choose to surround yourself with, your friends, your family, we all love you, right? So why would you approach us with the same energy you would somebody on the street? Heart of people, you know they're not doing stuff to you maliciously. And now sibling to sibling, probably. But spouse to spouse, why are you doing anything malicious towards your spouse? If you are in a relationship where you feel like you have to get one in on your spouse, you're probably in the wrong relationship, or y'all got some major work to be done. Major work to be done, major work to do. And so, yeah. Stop arguing. Start understanding. I'm out. This phase.